Greetings, want you comic book readers out there? Mike from Frontline here, and welcome everybody to my Duel comic book review. In this review, I'll be reviewing two comic books from different comic companies. The only similarity is that they're both issue number 3. One will be physical and one will be digital. For example, physically from Valiant, I'll be reviewing X-O Manowar issue number 3. And then digitally, I'll be reviewing from IDW Ghostbusters 101 issue number 3. Now normally these two comic books I would do in a solo review, but since I saw that they're both issue number 3, I thought, why not put on a dual comic review since they're both issue number 3. So let's get started with this. So first things first, physically from Valiant, X-O Manowar issue number 3. In the last issue we found out that Arak was in a little bit of a tight situation of what was going on after he did his mission of getting the shields down. But now he wants to go after the Emperor. So it starts off where it talked about the Camian, I hope I said it right, the Camian Empire, along with the Camian people, and the Camian President who has led the kingdom to domination and whatnot. So we go to what's going on now, where Arak's saying that they have bigger problems, and that the shields are down, and everyone's going to fight to the death unless the Camian President is captured or killed. So with that, they need to go capture the Camian President. So as they're trying to get the communications to work and whatnot, they're trying to find a ship where they can go and capture him. And I have to admit though, I love the artwork. Awesome artwork in X-O Manowar. So as they're trying to fight their way to get the Camian President, they find out from Captain Brannix, even though that the shields are down, he wants to bombard the entire city before sending in the army because they needed backup. So the Captain Brannix just begins the bombardment of all that, and Arak's team is not liking that because they're saying that they're going to kill them. You know, Arak and his team are trying to get the president. So as they're trying to keep the ship steady, they nearly had him, but the Camian President has gotten away. So later that evening, both Captain Brannix and Arak were talking to the general. Arak saying that the war is not yet won because the Camian President was not taken. And Captain Brannix said, but Arak did his own things, his own way, disobeyed your direct orders and whatnot. So the general had to make a decision. With the sword, he actually, and get ready for this, killed Captain Brannix and made Arak as a new captain. But Arak said that this was not my intent for that to happen. And now Arak with his new team are saying, you know, thank you for what you've done, and wherever you go, Arak, we will share your burden and everything. And then we get to this scene where the Ring was actually talking to him again, like what we saw in previous issues, like saying, you know, you could have used me to run away, taken Skarn with you, lived in peace, but here you are now. You know there's work to be done. You are a born warrior, and there's nowhere you'd rather be. And that's to be continued next time in The Rise of a General. So that's going to be something interesting. And here is a preview cover of issue number 4. And we also get a little bit of a preview of Secret Weapons. And I have to admit though, it looks pretty good. While I look into it, not really sure. But there's advertisement here in the back, so you could check that out for that. So X-O Manowar rating I give for this, I would say this deserves a 4 out of 5. Great artwork and a really great story. So now we're going to see a new story arc of Rise of a General. And I can't wait to see what that story is going to be about. So definitely going to be looking forward to that from Valiant. So now digitally we'll be reviewing the IDW comic book of Ghostbusters 101 issue number 3. And here's some preview artwork that is shown inside this comic book. And I would say it's drawn, as always, good artwork. And also, we do have the Answer the Call Ghostbusters, who are going to be in this as well. And this chapter is called The Multiply Manhattan Shuffle. So it starts off where the Answer the Call Ghostbusters are, you know, doing their, like, practicing, you know, with new people who are new interns, actually, to join the Ghostbusters team. So what's going on here is that they're just trying to find out, you know, like, why everything is not being like that. They're just not becoming Ghostbusters right away and whatnot. So we get Janine, who actually appears, and she says that they have a message of that they're needed at Battery Park. So we Answer the Call Ghostbusters, who are actually watching the news. One of them actually sees that the regular Ghostbusters, and I want to just see who the name is, Dr. Jillian Holtzman, sees on the news that there is another Ghostbusters, and then she's like saying Ghostbusters, but we're the Ghostbusters. So that's a little bit of a twist of what Jillian didn't know. So she wants to go out and find out all about this. So she goes to the girls and actually tells them about this. And they're just going to be going to the fire department where they thought their headquarters were. And they see the guy, like Kevin, like saying, but what'd you do with the other Kevin? And he's like saying, I'm Kevin. And then they're just trying to, like, just see, like, okay, like, let's take a deep breath and just find out what's going on. So, with that, we have Egon, along with Kevin, the Answer Call Ghostbusters Kevin, that's saying that they have an explanation of why everything is a little bit different for Answer the Call Ghostbusters in the universe. So what they were talking about in this issue was that like, we're the Ghostbusters, you know, and we're world's famous and all that stuff, but Answer the Call Ghostbusters were saying the same thing, but they've been there over a year now, where the Ghostbusters have been there for a certain amount of years. So what they're saying is that there's been a whatchamacallit, like that dimension door that was accessed, which was last issue or something like that. And with that, that was accessed and everything. There's been a little bit of a mix-up of what was going on for there, which messed up the Answer the Call Ghostbusters entering the Ghostbusters universe. So it's just a little bit of all that. I mean, if you want to find out more, definitely read the comic book to find out. But I liked how the Answer the Call Ghostbusters met with Ghostbusters, actually. We also get the real Ghostbusters moment where Jillian goes into their universe, because the dimensions let you go into different universes and stuff. So with all that in theory, they've just been saying that there have been dimensions that were mixed up and everything. So they also talked about Gozer, when they encountered with him, and that the door opened everywhere, leading them to the portal and stuff like that. So basically what they're trying to do is that they want to make a reverse of the dimension door to try to fix the situation and try to get everyone back into their own universes. So that's what really the story was all about. And then Jillian gets a call about something of a mission, and well, it looks like that they're going to be working together, because Jillian was saying, who's up for a boat ride? And that's to be continued in the next Ghostbusters comic book of Ghostbusters 101 issue number 4. And once again, I failed to take the preview picture of issue number 4 to show you guys, but I mean that's really the whole basics of the book. Like, they were just talking about that, of the dimensions and everything. So here is the preview cover of issue number 4 of the IDW comic book. So this was pretty interesting. Like I said, I do like that the answer to call Ghostbusters met with the real Ghostbusters. And for this, I would say this deserves a mixed rating between a 4 to 4.5 out of 5. Great issue and great artwork. And I can't wait to see what's going to be going on in the next issue of both Ghostbusters working with each other. And if they're going to be finding a way to reverse the dimension door, so that way the answer to call Ghostbusters could go back to the universe. Or so to say for that. So with that, everybody, that's my dual comic review of X-O Manowar issue number 3 and Ghostbusters 101 issue number 3, physically and digitally. Before I go, don't forget to check out the sources of comicfrontline.com, soulfulpodcast.com, and the YouTube game channel Frontline Gaming Zone, the #1 source for comic and gaming-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. In the comments below, leave your comments about X-O Manowar and or Ghostbusters 101 issue number 3, both issue number 3s. Likes, dislikes, or any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And also, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, because your subscribe means the world to us, and will be in subscription boxes, so you won't miss out on any videos that we upload daily right here on Comic Frontline. So all you comic book readers out there, Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care, and as always, don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.